All right, how we doing tonight on this Friday night? We have got a handful of stuff to open. And as we typically do, we're going to go over a little bit of information before we actually start ripping into stuff. So I'm also trying to get my iPad to cooperate with me simultaneously. How about that? Maybe one or the other will work, right? Okay, so let's uh, let's talk about feedback for a minute. Mine is automated, and I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. And of course, the more important thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. We are taking a look next at what's coming up in the days ahead. So, tomorrow night, Bowman Draft Jumbo. It's the back half of the case that we started when it came out, which was Wednesday night. Wasn't it? Yeah, Wednesday night. On Sunday, we'll start a little early, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. It's going to be a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys and a half case of Prism basketball. I actually meant to open Absolute basketball there, but when I listed it, I guess I accidentally listed it for 7 days. And when I tried to change it, oh, whoops, I couldn't because I had bids on items. So there you go. So instead, we're opening Prism on Sunday. Monday night, we're going to open Elite Extra Edition Baseball by the half case. That is one of those breaks where we have some extra bidding categories in addition to our teams. There is a spot for all Team USA cards. There is another spot for unsigned international players. On Tuesday night, we're going to start at 8:30 again. Didn't mean to, but yeah, you know the deal. Absolute Basketball was supposed to be 8:30 Sunday. I listed it wrong, so it's ending early on Tuesday. So we got to break it at 8:30 because that's what the listing says. And then we'll also do Obsidian Football that same night. And I guess I don't really need that there, do I? I don't even know what some of that was. I think that was I don't know what, me making some notes, and then I don't know what else. Crazy. And then of course our Absolute Basketball, some of those listings are going to say Sunday at 8:30, but just know it's really the night they end, Tuesday. Then Wednesday night, the 11th, we'll take a little off night and try to get caught up on some stuff. No new releases on Wednesday of next week. Hey, how about that? For shipping, with what we're opening tonight, the autographed mini football helmets are a free shipping break. Anytime you do a break with me that has completely free shipping, it's going to be projected to go out roughly 7 days after the auction ends. So that means it'll go out no later than Friday the 13th. Ooh, ominous. Which, of course, is a week from today. It could be earlier, probably will be, but it won't be later than that. If you get skunked in that mini helmet break and you do not hit a card or hit a helmet at all in there, you will still get a consolation card, but typically I'm going to hang on to it and ship it with your next package because it's a free shipping break, right? But if you want it sent sooner, you just need to hit me up, send me an eBay message, and let me know. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Flawless Baseball, Rookies and Stars Football, should be out the door and on the way to you approximately Tuesday. As always, if I can get something sent sooner than that, I will happily do so. And if you get skunked in Flawless or Rookies and Stars, and by skunked I mean you do not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, your consolation card or cards will ship out when the rest of the break goes out because it's a paid shipping break. That's how we roll with that. So first up tonight is a half case of Leaf autographed mini football helmets. This is break number 9. It is also the start of a new case. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 6th of December. Team names on the left-hand side, winning bidders cross from each team on the opposite side. And since this is the start of a brand new case, what's going to happen is I'm going to take all 10 of the helmet boxes out of the case. I will number them on the end, and then we'll use random.org to figure out which ones we're going to open tonight, which ones will be in the next break. One other tiny little thing to do here, you're going to notice that your background gets blurry. Yes, do not adjust your eyes. That's me. It's on purpose. I know, it seems like it shouldn't be on purpose, doesn't it? But it is. And that's just because it'll let us look at things up closer, and it makes the background go out of focus. What are you going to do? Hi, Joe. You're here looking for an O.J. Simpson mini helmet. I'm telling you guys, I've said this before. It's you know, it's a matter of time. They're going to work everybody back in there at some point, you know. They do. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They eventually get you in there. Okay, so this is going to take a minute to get all these out of this case. Well, and even longer if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it, right? I think there's a better way to do this. Let's try something. Hang on. All right. It's a really deep case. It's hard to deal with. So I just shook them out. Yeah, just shook out the ones that were stuck on the bottom. Well, hey, you gotta do something, right? That's what I'm saying. Gotta do something to get them out of there. All right. Pretty easy. When I have a list of 10 or more in random, I do random one single time. We obviously have 10 or more in this list, so it's going to be easy. I'm just going to type in the 1 through 10, hit random once, and we'll open the boxes with the first 5 numbers after we randomize the corresponding boxes. All right. I'm used to saying good luck here, but we don't really need luck. We're going to be lucky either way, right? 2, 7, 8, 3, 5. So that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 that I need. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. All right, 2 and 3, that's easy. 5, here comes 8. And there's 7. Get these other 2 out of the way. All right, kids. Let me get the 5 we're not opening tonight safely out of the line of fire, and then we'll get underway. Jay Allen and Nicholas and Joe, everybody's here. Hi, guys. Jay Allen says you want to find a water boy helmet. Yeah, exactly. You never know what you're going to find in here. Joe, you think tonight's your night? You're feeling it? All right, man. Well, let's hope so then. Well, come on now. Stupid leaf sticker. Usually it's easier to peel them off than to cut through them, but that time took forever. First out is a Dallas Cowboy. It's Randy White. We just pulled his full-size helmet last week. Or maybe it was this week. I don't know. Recently. Beckett paper COA and a Beckett authentication on the back. And you've got the Hall of Fame inscription there, along with the signature Randy White and the boys. Out first. Hi, Raul. How are you? You're looking for DeAndre Hopkins in here, so you must have the Texans. All right. Nicholas, I know. Where you been, man? How are things? How have things been? What's happening in your part of the world? You're Florida, right? Am I remembering that right? Oh, you totally called that. You totally called that. That is crazy. Look at that. Roll. You literally typed in DeAndre Hopkins. I said it out loud, and it's the next one that came out. That is uncanny. JSA paper COA and a JSA matching authentication sticker on the back. It's the Texans and DeAndre Hopkins. And like Raul is magic. He just called it out, and then we pulled it. Joe's going to try it now. He says the O.J. Simpson helmet's coming out next. Nicholas, I'm telling you, it is the time of year to have to watch spending, isn't it? The holidays, they cost us a fortune every year. Lots of December birthdays around my family, too. It doesn't help matters any. We have Davante Adams and the Green Bay Packers. Our Beckett paper authentication is somehow magically stuck to the top there. And then we've got a Beckett sticker on the back. So at the moment, we are Cowboys, Texans, Packers with 2 to go. Oh, Nicholas, was Pensacola where I briefly heard about this. I haven't really had the news or anything on the last couple of days too much. But I guess there was a shooting, is that right? Was it on a naval base or on a military base of some sort, I think? Ronald, you're looking for Tom Brady. Ross says the next one's going to be Cardinals. Aaron's looking for Barry Sanders. And we got a Raider instead. An Oakland Raider. Nobody called that one out. That is Howie Long. Beckett sticker authentication on the back. And we may not have a Beckett paper. I don't see one. I don't even see one stuck. Oh, it is in there. Wow, it is really wedged in there. Can you see it? It's up on this side, like wedged up inside the helmet. You can kind of see that big blue B in there. So it is there. I didn't think it was, but it is. So we are Cowboys, Texans, Packers, and Raiders with 1 to go. All right, here we go. Last box mojo on the mini helmet. Let's see what it is. Ooh. Nobody called this fine fellow out either. It's Mr. Jerry Rice for the 49ers. We've been lucky lately hitting Jerry Rice and Joe Montana on helmets and jerseys and such. We've been on a roll with that. Beckett authenticated sticker on the back. You can kind of see hidden down in there. There's a Beckett paper authentication tucked away as well. So let's recap them. Mini helmets. San Francisco 49ers, Jerry Rice. For the next one, number 2 mini helmet, Howie Long and the Oakland Raiders. I guess before long I'm going to have to start calling them the Las Vegas Raiders. That'll be a mess to remember. Davante Adams and the Green Bay Packers. Not to remember to say it, but to remember to list it. You know, because I like autopilot those listings, and I'll have to remember to move it from O to L when they become the Las Vegas Raiders. That'll take a while to remember. DeAndre Hopkins and the Texans. Same thing happened to me when the Rams moved. Recently. Well, kind of recently. Dallas Cowboys and Randy White. Our 5th and final. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let me carry it out of here. By that is what I mean. Then we're going to do a little flawless baseball. Hang tight. I think this is the last of flawless baseball, too. I always say I think because every once in a while I find more of something. I'll be like, I didn't know I had that, and then, yeah, there it'll be. So, hopefully not as much these days, since I've been trying to get some stuff out the door here at the end of the year. All right, I have to use my inhaler for a second. You ponder that, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but just hang on. All right, asthma's still kicking my butt this year. Just finished the mini helmets. You know the deal, right? If you hit one, you'll get it. It'll ship out no later than a week from today, probably sooner, no later than that. If you didn't hit and you want your consolation card sent right away, hit me up and let me know. Otherwise, it's going to ship out with your next package. Our paid shipping breaks tonight that we're about to start on. Flawless Baseball, followed by Rookies and Stars Football, should be on the way to you approximately Tuesday. If you get skunked in either one of those breaks, meaning you do not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, your consolation card or cards will ship when the rest of the break goes out, since it's a paid shipping break. And this is a half case of 2019 Flawless Baseball. And of course, it also ended tonight on eBay, Friday night, the 6th of December. Team names on one side, winning bidders cross from on the opposite. This is the back half of a case, so we'll see what fabulousness awaits us here. Nicholas, you said you're about an hour away from the base where the shooting took place. I know. I mean, it's just terrible, isn't it? It's just so many mass shootings this year. Some obviously, it seems like, I shouldn't say obviously, but it seems like we've had some almost every month, doesn't it, for the whole year? It's just, I don't know. It just seems like it's become the new norm. That's problematic, to say the least. All right, let me get these little stickers off. I used to always cut through these. Now I try to peel them off instead. I don't know that it makes much difference one way or the other. It still takes time to do it no matter which way I do it. Okay, there's our little card that fills up a blank space, which always makes me super crazy that they fill up a blank space with that little card, but that is what they do. I'm going to get a few sleeves out on the table here in a hot second. And then we're going to find out how much awesome stuff we're about to hit here in Flawless. I think it's going to be a lot of awesome stuff. Oh, wow, Nicholas. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's no good way to have that happen. But, yeah, I mean, I do understand what you're saying there. It is especially frustrating when it happens like that, you know. It's a bad situation. Shoeless Joe Jackson. We've been hitting him a lot in Flawless. He is the White Sox, and that is numbered to 25. I don't know why he's suddenly showing up all the time in Flawless, but he does. Next up is Elston Howard. And that says New York, and it is numbered to 10, and that looks old school. It could be New York Yankees, it could be New York Mets, it could be New York Giants, which are the now San Francisco Giants. So it's going to sit, you know, up there in housekeeping. I'll look it up in a minute at the end of the break. Jordan Hicks, St. Louis Cardinals, numbered to 25. And I feel like I want to just slightly, maybe just ever so slightly tweak this just a tad bit more. Because I'm not, you know me. I like to look at them up close, or allow you to look at them up very close. Ryan O'Hearn, Kansas City Royals. That is numbered to 10. Some nice looking relics there for Mr. O'Hearn. Here comes Blake Snell, who was talking crap about that trade, and somebody filmed it. This is numbered to 25. Yeah, did you guys hear about that? So the Rays traded Tommy Pham and I think some to be named prospect and to the Padres, and they got back another prospect and like Hunter Renfroe, I think it was. And when Blake Snell found out about it in real time, he was playing a video game. Reese McGuire, Toronto Blue Jays. That is numbered to 25. Pretty decent looking little relic there. And he had some choice things to say, which somebody captured live, you know, because he said it while he was watching the video game. And then they posted it, and it was kind of funny. He had to go back and apologize to the prospect. Gary Sanchez, numbered to 20 for the New York Yankees. Oh, this might be my favorite Flawless card ever. Oh, you know how I love this, because that's one of my two favorite players, okay? Reds are my favorite team. Johnny Bench and Hank Aaron are my two favorite players. I know Hank Aaron never played for the Reds. Don't give me grief. I still like him. That is numbered to 10, and I kind of love it. Now then, we have got our little diamond chip here is headed to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that card is numbered, I believe it says to 20. This little dealio goes with it, and it says blah, blah, blah. It's a real tiny speck of a diamond, and it's not a blood diamond. That. Oh, I saw that when I was taking this stuff out of the case. And it's a good news, bad news thing. The good news is the card is fantastic. It's numbered to 3, and it's Acuna and Ohtani on it. The bad news is, unless the same person owns the Braves and the Angels, that's going to have to go to random to find a home. And that will break somebody's heart. Oh, man alive. I think I hit the camera with the helmets a while ago, didn't I? Or the tripod, rather. So let's go find out if we have the same or a different team owner, shall we? So the Angels, that's Sportsnut 70, and the Atlanta Braves, Ron Rath 0. Oh boy, one of you is going to walk away and be really happy. The other one, maybe not so much. So with random, here's the way it works. When I have 10 or more, as you know, I do it only once. When we have less than 10, as we obviously do here, I do random 3 different times. The first 2 times do not count. It is only the third and final random that determines. Cards are always entered either left to right or top to bottom. This card is oriented top to bottom. Braves are on the top of the card. Angels are on the bottom. That's how it's going to be typed in. And once again, it's the third random, the third one. All right, here we go. Good luck. There's the first one you ignore. Here's the second one. You can also ignore it. Here comes our third one. And that is 3 times our date and time stamp, and it goes to the Atlanta Braves. Yes, indeed, kids. The Braves are getting that card, which I gotta say is a really nice looking card. I'm going to put it in something so I can write on the bag. I don't want to write on the one touch of this. And that way, later, I don't have to go look up and see who hit it, which team hit it. So, yeah. Oh, Braves. I'm sorry, Angels. Was that you, Edward? Oh, man. Edward, I am sorry. I know. It is painful when you lose a random, especially for a card like that. Now, this guy here, Elston Howard, I believe you guys have typed in that he was that New York is going to stand for the Yankees. So I take you at your word, but you also know that I'm just a geek, and I'm going to go look it up because that's just how I am. I like to make sure that, it's your all's money. So I just always double check everything, even stuff that I know myself or think I know myself. I still look it up. I'm just that way. Sure enough, we only have 1 year with the Blue Jays, it looks like, and a couple of years we had with the Boston Red Sox, and everybody else was the New York Yankees. I knew you wouldn't steer me wrong. So let's go ahead and recap. So this card, I feel bad even showing this again because Edward lost it, man. But it did go to the Braves using random.org. Nice Ohtani and Acuna to 3. Our other card here with our tiny little speck of a diamond, numbered to 20, heads to Pittsburgh. And that little card, yeah, just says it's real. It's not cubic zirconia. Elston Howard here, New York Yankees. My man Johnny Bench for the Cincinnati Reds. Gary Sanchez, another one that heads to the Yankees. Reese McGuire headed to the Toronto Blue Jays. Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays. For the Kansas City Royals, it is Ryan O'Hearn. St. Louis Cardinals have Jordan Hicks. And the White Sox end up with shoeless Joe Jackson, numbered to 25. Ronald says that card is better than the Brady mini helmet you wanted out of the other break. Yeah, I agree with you. That was a nice hit that fell your way by way of random for sure. This is going to roll us into Rookies and Stars football. Let me get our little happy little spreadsheet up here one more time. So yeah, you guys have all seen this by now, right? If you did not see it and you weren't logged in when I read it out the last couple of times, take a minute, read the information you see there on the screen, hit me up with any questions that you might have. I'm not going to read it all out again because the rest of them that have been here the whole time might come through the screen and grab me and shake me if I do. But we'll read it out again after the break one final time in case, we miss somebody. So it is a 14-box case of Rookies and Stars football. This is break number 2. Also ended today on eBay Friday night, the 6th of December. Team names on the left, bidders across from each team on the opposite side. This is another relatively new release, fairly new. And it's got tons of cards in it that are numbered. There are loads and loads and loads of numbered parallels in Rookies and Stars football. So let me grab the case here. And we'll get busy, see what we can find. Ay. Gosh, it's like, you got to get the first one out, and then the rest of them kind of loosen up there, but you got to be able to get that first one out. Oh, same thing on the bottom row. Sorry, struggling. Struggling to extract the first one from the bottom row. But now we got it. All right, so Rookies and Stars. This came out, Monday, right? Originally for Cyber Monday. I think that sounds right. And as I mentioned, it's got loads of parallels in it. And we're also looking for a pair of autographs and a pair of memorabilia cards per box. It says on average because that's Panini's little CYA they throw in there. Could mean occasionally they don't give us the hits we're expecting. Fortunately, that is rare. More often, that on average would mean like that one of our hits gets replaced with a points card. That, unfortunately, is more common. If that happens to us tonight, we will simply use random.org to give that out at the end of the break. Jay Allen, you've got Panthers, Titans, Colts, and Buccaneers. And Aaron's looking for the Lions. And Mark's here. Hi, Mark. Who have you got in here? Who's your rooting interest, Mark? What are you hoping to find in Rookies and Stars tonight? So we're going to go a little bit slower through the very first box, just so you get a feel of how everything looks in here, how it's coming out. And then after that, we'll be a little speedier through our subsequent boxes. Edward, you've got the Redskins, the Cardinals, and the Raiders, and Mark has got the Chargers. All right, let's do it. Let's find some good stuff for everybody tonight, right? We hope. So that's what your base cards look like. They're, pretty cut and dried. That is numbered to 99. We'll find many of them that are numbered to 99, and as you know, it's always kind of on the side there. I probably will not read off the fact that it's to 99 every single time. I might, if it's a particularly interesting player, hot rookie, something like that. But for the most part, we won't necessarily. This, however, is numbered to 10. We like that a little better. That is Dwayne Haskins for the Redskins. So Edward's got our first low-numbered card of the night anyway. Not the first numbered, the first low one. There are also tons of them in here numbered to 49. Loads of those little ad cards. Typically, I'm going to flip those little advertising cards over to check the back side of them both so you can see what it is on the back and also to make sure nothing is stuck to it because sometimes things do get stuck to them. So this is an example of chrome parallel, optic, optichrome. They call it all kinds of different things. This particular one is numbered to 25. The vast majority of these are numbered, but there are a few that aren't. And there's lots of different card sets that have that same chrome or optichrome or optic, whatever you prefer to call it, finish on it. All right. Michael needs some Pat Mahomes. All right. And Nicholas needs our Steelers. Nicholas and I are Steelers fans, so we got to work on that. Well, here come the Lions for Aaron. We've got Ty Johnson. His signature kind of blends in there with that blue background, but it's on there. And it is numbered to 99. That's our first autograph out tonight, the Lions. And this is another example of the chrome, optic, whatever. I'm just going to call them chrome generically. You know what I mean when I say that, right? This one is numbered to 75 with Aaron Rodgers. So those are numbered to all kinds of different things. There's not a particular standard way to do it, if you will. Numbered to 35, Jalen Hurd and the 49ers. Pretty reasonable number of them numbered to 35 that we find in here as well, more than you might think. Brian Burns, second autograph out of box number 1 to the Carolina Panthers, also numbered 299. And this is numbered to 5 for the Bengals, Joe Mixon to 5. They kind of try to hide that way down there in the design of the card. Like, could they make that a little more difficult to see, do you think? Maybe. I know. I don't know why they can't just consistently put the numbers in the same places every time, and then you would know where to see it, but that's not what they do. They want to make sure I'm working hard. Tyler Boyd, Cincinnati Bengals. And as is the case with most of these thicker cards, there may be some minor imperfections on edges and corners. If I see something really egregious, I will probably call it out. But if it's the standard minor stuff, we'll probably just keep on trucking for the most part. That was to 125 for the Bengals. Now, this is an example of a chrome that isn't numbered. These stellar rookies that aren't prisms, they're just a flat chrome, if you will. Not only the stellar rookies, but any of the card sets that are kind of that flat chrome are not numbered. When they're shiny prisms, they are numbered. Dallas Cowboys, who had another kind of bad beatdown recently. Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, numbered to 199 dual relics. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? There's 1 to 99 again after we get out of this first box. Those to 99 I'm not really going to be calling out particularly. But if you're the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, if you're Jason Garrett, I mean, are you even sleeping at night? Because really, how has he survived that long? I guess because Jerry Jones just got some patience about him. I don't know, but they have had a couple of really bad beatdowns here recently. You have got to think that the change is coming. Got to be coming around the corner somewhere. I think, anyway. I don't see how you survive. Of course, I've said that before. You know, this isn't the first year that I thought Jason Garrett might lose his job. It's just the most recent time I thought it. Somehow he always hangs on, but gotta think he's nearing the end. One would assume. Leonard Fournette for Jacksonville with a relic. And that high-octane relic is numbered to 125. That is not going to be numbered because, again, it's not a prism. It's just a flat base chrome. Might be a better word to use than flat, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Pittsburgh Steelers, James Conner, going to be out again this week. And Juju Smith-Schuster. Dual relics. Numbered to 199. Steelers, they got to get it in gear if we want to hang on to that wild card spot. Finally, we see one numbered to 49. I tell you at the start, those are plentiful, and it takes us all the way into the second box before we see the first one. Figures it would work that way. Those, you know, again, some of those I'm just going to kind of show you the number, not necessarily read it off every single time. And this little bad boy here for the Jets is numbered to 75. Sam Darnold. Little Sam Darnold, poor guy. I feel bad for him. After that whole seeing ghost thing, he's had kind of a little bit of a rough year. A little bit rough go of it. I mean, he had mono, and then he had that happen. He had that weird injury earlier. He's just had a kind of a crap year. Antoine Wesley, numbered to 35 for the Ravens. Of course, I guess if I was making his money and doing what I love to do too, I might be like, it's okay. You can throw a bad year at me and I'll be all right. Well, yeah, Edward C., I agree with you. I think on paper it does look like the Cowboys should be like winning a whole lot more than they are with the talent they have. So that's why I'm with you. I think Jason Garrett should be gone, but as I said, it's not the first time I've thought that. So Lions are on a bit of a roll tonight. Here comes another one your way, numbered to 99 with Jelani Tevi, I don't know, something along those lines, perhaps, maybe. You know I'm going to butcher all the names. Josh Jacobs, like this kid. And that is numbered to 10 for the Oakland Raiders. So nice low number. Parallel for Oakland. Here come the redemptions. Oi. They're going to set up there face down until the end of the night, and then we'll flip them all over at once. Another one to 99. That was your Pat Mahomes, but I know when you said you were looking for Pat Mahomes, I'm sure you meant autograph and relic and that sort of thing. But not for nothing, that was Pat Mahomes to 99. Aaron says the Lions never get any love. He's feeling happy that he's had a couple of hits already. One out of each of the first two boxes, actually. So we're making up for lost time, aren't we? Yeah, Richard, the Bears. The Bears did. I mean, Trubisky, for as much as I've said he hasn't made any progress this year, looked pretty good, didn't he? He was getting those touchdowns this week. And it's not that I don't like Trubisky, because I do like him, but my whole point was I think he hasn't progressed as much as the Bears thought that he would. He got to a certain point and then he kind of stalled. That was my whole thing about him, but he did certainly look good against the Cowboys, no denying that. Drew Lock. Finally starting for the Broncos. That is numbered to 100. That one will not be numbered. Maybe they'll finally get, maybe John Elway will finally be able to draft a quarterback that sticks, right? Or trade for one or something. He has had no luck with any of it. Darrell Henderson and the Rams, numbered to 25. Well, I mean, outside of Peyton Manning that he traded for at the end of his career. Numbered to 35, Myles Gaskin and the Dolphins. But I do think he may have drafted his franchise quarterback. Drew Lock may be the guy. Time will tell. Big Ben, 75, Pittsburgh Steelers. Airborne is the card set. Michael, you want a low number Crusade Pat Mahomes? All right, brother, let's do it. Let's find you one. I can be about that. If we can be lucky enough to come across one. And this is to 49, Darrell Henderson. That is Rams again. Got a lot of Darrell Henderson tonight, or at least a reasonable amount of him, and we're just getting started. Mecole Hardman Jr., Kansas City Chiefs are bringing home some ink. And Mr. Mecole Hardman Jr. is numbered to 75. Followed by this, I can't say this guy's name. Is it Ursua or Ursua or Ursha? Does anybody know? It's numbered to 99. It's the Seahawks. Somebody's got to type in it's none of those, so I can just feel that coming. That's the Seahawks, and it is numbered to 50. I can say that one. Russell Wilson. Allison for the Falcons. Should be an autograph. And, okay, that's interesting. It's numbered to 99. Now, I think, is he the guy? You remember, guys, at the first of the year, there's one person that signs his name, and it's all, like, the whole name just looks like somebody's taken their pen and drawn a bunch of circles over top of each other. Was it this guy? I don't think it was, but that looks really terrible. That autograph is just not good. It's really not, but if you're the Falcons, it's good, because you don't want to go home empty-handed, but I'm saying just the way the guy signs his name is a little... well, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's very special. Oh, is it Rashawn Gary? Yeah, Nicholas, that might be, you might be right. That, I mean, it's just crazy, his autograph. It literally looks like he just does that like 5 or 6 times. It's insane. Insane. You're right, Jay Allen. That was the church lady. That was Dana Carvey. You were on it. It's very special. I was going to resist the urge, but I can't. I've got to say it. Back when Saturday Night Live was good. Oh, yep, I said it. I went there. I said it. All right, I'm rearranging my stacks. I don't know why. I just am. It was unbalanced. It was bothering me. I'm not OCD or anything normally, but that was bugging me. It's to 99 for the Cowboys. And this is to 35. Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, Jay Allen agrees with me that that's when Saturday Night Live was good because he says he's old like me. Michael says it's still good, but it used to be better. That's fair. That's fair. Drew Brees comes out for the Saints. Nola, is it going to be signed? Oh, yes, it is. That is That's twice we pulled a Drew Brees autograph like in the last week or so. And that is numbered to 7. We are on it with Drew Brees in the month of December. Or maybe that other one was right around the end of November. But anyway, lately, we've been on it with Drew Brees autographs. I'm feeling happy about that. Numbered to 49, it's Dexter Williams for the Green Bay Packers. Jay Allen says, ugh. I know, it's like every time you don't have the Saints, we hit him, and that's the guy you always want to hit. I feel bad, man. It's numbered to 75 for the Jets. I do feel bad about that. But that is the thing about Rookies and Stars. Because it is a breaker-only product and it's a Cyber Monday thing, they do usually sneak some pretty good stuff in here. It's not just the rookies. You can generally get some good veteran hits in this product every year. David Montgomery for the Bears, that's numbered to 25. Honestly, that's to 99. I don't think it gets the love that it should based on the stuff that comes out of it. But I've always kind of felt that way about it, at least since they switched it to this format. And the Jerry Rice here is numbered to 50 for the 49ers on the little Crusade insert. Yeah, once they switched it to breaker-only product, they did beef up the configuration a little bit, in my opinion. That is Jamel Dean for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's numbered to 99. And I almost called him James Dean. I came within a hair of saying James Dean without even thinking. That was to 99 for the 49ers with Deebo Samuel on the front of it. Terry McLaurin, Redskins. And that's not a bad looking relic, numbered to 25 for the Redskins. That airborne for Terry Bradshaw is not numbered. And there goes, I'm going to call it our Drew Brees box. Now we finished our Drew Brees box. All right. Did you say now that's old James Dean? Well, yeah, James Dean was a long time ago. I don't even... When did he make movies, James Dean? The 50s, I guess? Was the 40s, the 50s? I don't know. Somewhere in there. But, I mean, we all know who James Dean is, but... He was a bit before my time. I'm not quite that old, kids, but I think he was 50, maybe 50s. 50s and 60s, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Uh-oh, Michael says he doesn't think there's going to be a Pat Mahomes autograph now that Drew Brees came out. No, sometimes we get lucky and have really hot cases of stuff where we get multiple things that are high value, high target stuff. So we'll have to see how the rest of it shakes out here. My man Benny Snell for the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 2/175. That is not numbered because it is not a prism. Benny's been doing all right for the work they've given him. He had that little injury setback, but he's back in business. Oruwari to 35. Lions. Amani Oruwari. So I guess Tua came out today and said, hey, I may not be the same player I was after the hip surgery. So, yeah, that wasn't super smart, was it? I'm thinking there's another redemption that came out of there. You saw that, I guess. I'm thinking maybe he's going to come back and play another year. Ryan Finley for the Bengals there was numbered to 99. I'm thinking he will because he's going to come back and show everybody he's still got it, so to speak. Big Ben and the Steelers, numbered to 25. Because otherwise, I mean, there's talk of him falling all the way to the second round. I don't think there's any way he goes to the second round. I think he still stays in the top 20, even though they won't know everything there is to know. O'Shane Ximines, number 225, Giants. I mean, because at that point, by the time the draft rolls around, you're still not going to know 100% because he's not going to be back out on the field doing what he needs to do. But you'll have a good enough idea that you could probably be, I'd say 80% sure of what you were getting. So I think that lands him in the top 20. Josh Jacobs and the Oakland Raiders, numbered to 150. And that one to 99 is Sony Michel and the Patriots. But I don't think I'd be running around saying, oh yeah, I might not be the same player. I don't think so. DeAndre Hopkins, that one is numbered to 75. No, it's going to be Joe Burrow, and the Cincinnati Bengals are going to take him. Numbered to 49, Ronald Jones. Andy Dalton will be moving on. They might keep Ryan Finley as a backup or something, but that's what I think is going to happen. Of course, I kind of said that already, but I'm just reiterating it from the other night. That's what I think. Edward, I do have Obsidian Football. We broke it when it came out on Wednesday night, and we're breaking it again. Monday or Tuesday, maybe Tuesday night is the next time it's scheduled in. I did not get a ton of it, but I got maybe 4 cases in total, 4 or 5 cases in total. I asked for more than that, but I didn't get, obviously, as much as I asked for. I never do, but a decent amount of it anyway. I like Obsidian. That is one of those products that's only been out last year, its first year, or was it year before last? At any rate, within the last couple of years is when it came out. And it's one that on paper, it looked really good when they announced it as a product. And even before I got it in my hot little hands, I liked it. And once I saw it live, I really liked it. It continues to be one of my favorites. N'Keal Harry and the Patriots, numbered to 150. Yeah, next week we don't have anything coming out on Wednesday, believe it or not. And only one thing on Friday, which is Donruss basketball. How about that? Juju Smith-Schuster. Hey, there you go. For my Pittsburgh Steelers, numbered to 65. That ought to make you happy. Getting a little Juju ink in there for the Steelers. Well, I don't know, Michael. I'm not ready to give up on Pat Mahomes yet. I'm still saying we may find him. That's how I'm feeling about it. To 49, Jalen Smith and the Cowboys. I'm going to apply the power of positive thinking to this and see if we can't conjure it up. What do you say? The Jets, numbered to 10, Sam Darnold. And Miles Boykin for the Ravens with a little cross-training relic, numbered to 199. That's not numbered. It was an Oiler, though. So FYI, the Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans, so that's where that card goes. Greg Olson, excuse me, Panthers, numbered to 75. Along with any other Oilers cards. Any Oilers cards go to the Titans. That's the moral of the story. It's because I happened to see one go by. And this little bad boy here is numbered to 35. That's Melvin Gordon and the Chargers. Jay Allen says Panthers, Titans, Colts, and Buccaneers. He's reminded me about that. And there was some loud road noise, apparently. Well, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice a loud car going by, to tell you the truth. Sometimes I hear it. Sometimes I just tune it out. I guess I was in a tuning it out phase today. Our street's not super busy, but I don't know. I mean, it has enough traffic, but it's not crazy busy. It's usually my neighbors on that stupid motorcycle with no muffler that I hear. Marcus Green and the Atlanta Falcons. That one is numbered to 99. And this one is numbered to 10 for the boys with Dak Prescott. Yeah, another one of my neighbors, their car got hit on the street. They were parked out front on the street instead of, I don't know why they didn't go around back to park, but anyway, they didn't. And the mail person was coming to pick up my packages for the day and saw it happen, I guess, and of course stopped at my house to get my stuff. So the person who did the hitting got out of the car and was like writing a note or something. You often wonder, like, would they have gotten out and written a note had the mail person not seen them do this? So when I opened the door, the person writing the note, or actually the mail person asked me first, was that my car? And I said no. And then the person writing the note says, oh, is this your car? And I said no. Said, but it's probably my neighbor's, it's my neighbor's car, and pointed to their door, their house. And she didn't like do anything. Like, she didn't go up and knock on their door or anything. She just kept writing the note. And I said, well, okay, maybe I'll just go knock on their door and let them know what has happened. She says, okay. So I go knock on the door, and it's my neighbor's father's car, actually. And he was the only one home. So I take him, knock on the door, and he takes a while to get there, and he finally gets there, and I'm like, well, I just wanted to let you know somebody hit your car, and she's down there, and you might want to do something about it. And he acted like I was irritating him, like I was bugging him. And he's like, well, was it bad? And I'm like, well, man, like, your mirror is hanging off the side of the car, and I don't know about the rest of it because I didn't walk all the way down there. But so he basically then just kind of, shuts the door. And I'm like, okay, this is numbered to 99 Tristan Hill and the Cowboys. But he did ultimately come out and go down there. But I thought, how strange. Like, my first instinct would be to go out there, not to be like, well, I'm not going to bother unless there's pieces hanging off. Number to 35, Andy Dalton and the Bengals. So, I don't know. That's the excitement for my neighborhood this week. This is A.J. Brown and the Titans. It's numbered to 75. Apparently, according to the mail person, this lady was backing out from across the street, and like, how you come all the way across both lanes and clock his car without seeing it is beyond me. But anyway, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Eagles, numbered to 75. Sisters Toy Surprise pulled an Obsidian Aaron Rodgers lightning strike last night to 5. Ooh, that is sweet. It's a very nice little hit. Congrats on that. That's, well, is that going in your personal collection, or are you selling it? Because you get a little money if you're going to sell it. But even if you don't, it would still be nice for a personal collection as well. You said, if I get a TJ Watt Prism rookie card auto and a Roethlisberger sock relic. Oh, that's what I would get if I can hit you a Mahomes autograph. Oh, well. Sony Michel, numbered to 125 with a relic. So you're trying to motivate me to conjure one up? Like I Dream a Genie style, right? Like cross my arms and, nod my head. Or maybe Bewitched style. I could do a little nose twitch. For the Chicago Bears, numbered to 199 on that relic. And if you all are too young to remember that, don't tell me. If you don't remember either one of those shows, don't even tell me. It'll just make me feel old and sad. Next up is the Seahawks and Tyler Lockett. That is numbered to 35. But how would you not remember I Dream a Genie? Classic. So was Bewitched, though, really. So that's numbered to 10, and it is Mecole Hardman Jr. for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that finishes up that lovely box, except for the advertising card that I left laying up there all by its little bitty self. Shame on me. Oh, yeah, Richard says he got a Pat Mahomes numbered to 25 with a 3-color jersey relic out of Rookies and Stars. Nice. I like that. Sister's Toy Surprise, you're selling that card, then you are going to make some money. And you're a Bills fan, so you can buy lots of Bills cards with the money you make from selling that bad boy. That's the way to roll right there. He said it's like tipping the dealer in blackjack. They have nothing to do with the luck, but hey, why not give it a go? Well, that is true. That is true. But I'm going to still, nonetheless, I'm going to, you know, try for the mojo here. Let's see. Curtis Samuel and the Carolina Panthers on an NFL Authentic is our card set. And is this thing numbered? I feel like I should be tapping on a microphone. Is this thing on? That doesn't appear to be numbered that I saw on there anyway. Ooh, did you all see the jersey redesigns? We're talking baseball, but now that Nike has the contract for baseball, not numbered, they haven't redesigned all the jerseys. I would imagine a lot more are going to be done, but they've done some, and they've been showing what's coming down the pike, and I like it. So, and you also know what that means? Oh, yes, we're going to start having Nike swooshes in our baseball relics. Numbered to 199, the Patriots. You know I love my swoosh. Numbered to 49 for the Bengals, Joe Mixon. Love my swoosh. I mean, the Majestic thing was okay, but it's nothing like the swoosh. And for the Rams, a 1 of 1, Kurt Warner. Yeah, how you like that? How do you like me now if you got the Rams? Nice hit. 1 of 1. Andy Isabella and the Cardinals. It's who you always hit if you have the Cardinals, isn't it? He's in everything. And that is numbered to, I think that says 60. And you're probably just like, yeah, I have 800 Andy Isabellas and I don't want any more. But you got one anyway, sadly. Or maybe not sadly. Maybe that's who you wanted. I'm just hypothesizing that you wanted somebody else. Pat Tillman, the 75, Arizona Cardinals. Richard, you also got 2 Mecole Hardman Jr. RPAs, 1 to 25 and the other one to 99. Hey, how about that? I'm telling you all, Rookies and Stars got good stuff. That has got a really yucky lower left corner. Well, really yucky by my standards, maybe not by everybody's. Tony Pollard and the Cowboys to 99. That's also to 99 for the Titans. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't get more love, but it really doesn't. I think people just... I don't know why. Maybe thinking about the way it wasn't always configured quite as nicely, I will grant you, back in some of the prior years before it became a breaker-only Cyber Monday type deal. But for several years now, it's been all right. Pretty good. And then they tried that thing where they sold it themselves. I forgot about that. That happened one year, too. Panini was going to sell it themselves, but then I don't think they did very well with it. And they ended up later offering it to the distributors, but it was way after the fact. Edward hit a Mahomes patch auto to 10 out of Obsidian last night. Nice. Matrix pattern. Look at that. See, everybody's just making him feel bad now because he's just wanting to hit Pat Mahomes, and you guys are all telling him about all the cool stuff you've hit, and he's just sitting there going, dang, why wasn't I in that break? I feel even more pressure now. More pressure to find Pat Mahomes. Truthfully, though, we've pulled him a fair amount lately, so it's not as though he's been elusive. We've had pretty good luck with him so far. All right, there goes our third redemption. So we're stacking up the redemptions. Numbered to 49, Adam Thielen and the Vikings. So, hey, I'm going to tell you guys something, and don't get all, like, judgy on me, okay? Because I know that's going to be your first instinct, but just hear me out. But first, let's look at this. The Denver Broncos, and it's numbered to 75. John Elway. And you're all going to, as soon as I say it, you're going to be totally judgy. I know you are. But, oh good, an autograph. Preston Williams, that is for the Dolphins. It's numbered to 125. We may as well get this numbered card out of the way as well. Numbered to 99 for the Packers. So there's a show on the CW, and it's a reboot of Dynasty, right? I never watched really the original Dynasty, and frankly, I haven't watched the reboot yet either. But tonight, I'm going to start watching it. Well, I'm taping it, because my friend is on the show now. And tonight is the first night that her character appears in this season. So I'm just saying, check out Dynasty on the CW, because it's my friend's show now, and I'm lending her my support, all right? And I'm hoping that it goes well, and I'm going to watch it after we do the break. Gary Jennings Jr. for the Seahawks. It's to 199. And I know it's Dynasty, and I don't know if it will be good or not, but she'll be good in it. And I am supporting her, so there you go. Kyler Murray coming out for the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray cross-training relics to 100. This is numbered to 99. It's for the Carolina Panthers. This will be numbered for the Chargers. Little Casey Hayward. And that is to 50. What else? What else have we got here in this box? Doesn't that look like it should be numbered? It does, because it is. It's numbered to 99. And that box is finished up. Hooray. Well, I agree with you. Jay Allen says he likes this product, but it's not as good as Obsidian. True, but also not as expensive as Obsidian. You know, right? So everything is relative. But yes, I agree. I love Obsidian. I told you that before. I like the card design. I like the look and feel of it. I mean, it's kind of futuristic, I guess, somewhat in design. But I like it. It's a nice change pace. So. Yeah, Jay Allen, you're right. We did have a whole lot of redemptions in the first case. You said it was 6. I couldn't remember exactly. But I know we found a lot. We're at 3 sitting right now, so. Nicholas, you said you opened 2 boxes of Absolute and Elements. You got a Murray autographed jersey to 149, Darnold autographed jersey to 49 from Absolute, Locke auto to 10, and Finley auto to 25 out of Elements. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't rebrand the CW. That's just, I don't know, just the name of the network. I don't even know why it's called the CW. That's to 49 for the Dallas Cowboys, Amari Cooper. And I watch stuff on there, you know. I mean, they have shows I like. That show In the Dark, and like I watch Arrow and Flash and all that kind of stuff. I used to like Jane the Virgin. It's off. It's finished now. It's done its run. But I've never watched Dynasty. But I'm going to start since my friend is in it. I'm starting. And, yeah. So, I don't know if you get bored or whatever. Just check it out. That's all I'm saying. Give her a little support there. Nick Bosa for the 49ers. That's nice. And numbered to 60. I like that. I like Bosa. To 99 for the Panthers. Crusade, Lions, TJ Hawkinson, numbered to 25. I wish I was numbered to 25. Really, I don't. I don't think I'd want to go all the way back to 25. My gosh, no. Maybe just go back like, I don't know, 6 or 8 years, maybe. But not all the way to 25. That'd be a drag. All those no money years. For the Vikings to 175. All those years right when you get out of college, you know. Before you've bought your house. Before you've got a decent job. When you're like, there's good stuff about it, but there's also good stuff about having your house and having more money and having a better job. So, Nick Chubb for the Browns with a big-time relic, and it is numbered to 100, straight up 100. To 35, Deshaun Watson and the Texans. There may be some other numbered things too. Occasionally, I don't catch the numbering on these depending on where they are on the card, but all the cards ship in here, so if something goes by and you don't necessarily see me drawing attention to it, you're still going to get it if it's yours. To 75, Cowboys, just as an aside. Oh man, we've already seen this guy. New York Giants should get a second. Zeminis, numbered to 50, that one. Yeah, thought it said 60 for a minute, but it doesn't. It says 50. And this is numbered 299 for the Rams. Closing in on it. We've opened 10, and we have 4 remaining. So there's still hope if you haven't hit what you wanted yet. There's still hope that we're going to find it. I don't know, Edward. I mean, I see your point. Edward saying obsidian reminds him of black gold. I mean, I guess in the sense that, well, I don't know. To me, it really doesn't. It doesn't necessarily remind me of black gold, but I do get your point in the fact that they're high end and, you know, there is a certain kind of rich feel to them, if you will. So I get that part of it. Yeah. I still have some black gold here, actually, from 2016, maybe some 2015. Not that I've had all those many years, but that I got last year when we were still doing a lot of mixers. I don't think I sold that off either recently. I think I still have it. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think I do. Not a lot, 4 or 5 boxes, something like that. J. Allen FedEx, you said FedEx got you. You ordered a couple of boxes of Playbook. It's 30 miles away, and you should have been here today, and it didn't come. See, I told you, man. And I had other FedEx stuff, not just the Elite Extra Edition that got held up. Like, I had stuff that was supposed to be here Wednesday, non-card related stuff that didn't show up until today. I mean, they've just been a hot mess. TJ Hawkinson and the Lions, that's numbered to 175. And that one was to 99. I mean, honestly, that's why I have one of my distributors use FedEx, and I have the other one use UPS, and then the third one I kind of let them do what they want. But I figure out of any given week, if one of the carriers was hosed up, the other one wouldn't be. Numbered to 50, Derek Carr and the Raiders. And it just so happened that this past week, everybody was messed up. Part of it's because Panini delivered it late. That's to 99 to the distributors. And then the other part of it is that, you know, FedEx just hasn't been bringing their stuff. I mean, the day it's due, they say it's the guaranteed delivery date, but they're lying to you. It is not. Not this time of year, I guess, anyway. It's numbered to 35, Calvin Ridley and the Falcons. So yeah, FedEx is, the worst part is it doesn't even say, it will say still like due to arrive that day, and then it doesn't update and show you anything until about 6 o'clock at night local time, and then all of a sudden it'll flip and be like, oh yeah, it's coming the next day. Daniel Jones, how about that for the Giants? Now you're happier if you've got New York numbered to 60. Of course, he's injured, so now you got Eli Manning starting again this week. To 49, Matty Ice, Falcons. And what else do we have? There's Larry Fitzgerald for the Arizona Cardinals, numbered to 75. Marquise Blair, Seahawks. Seattle Magic, numbered to 49. And have we found all of our autographs yet out of this box? We've got a relic coming up here anyway. Nicholas, you said your local card store ordered a bunch of wax for trade day tomorrow. FedEx dropped the ball and it won't make it until Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, they're just messed up everywhere right now. That is not Trubisky. That is Riley Ridley. It is the Bears to 199, but hardly Trubisky. Sorry. That airborne for Kurt Warner is not going to be numbered because it's not a prism. So, I mean, thank goodness they were only a day behind on my Elite Extra Edition. This other stuff, as I said, I ordered it on Monday. It was due Wednesday, and it came today. And the thing about it is this. Some of that stuff I paid shipping on. And I don't get that shipping back when FedEx misses their guaranteed delivery date, but the person who sent it does. I'm like, well, that blows. Like, I think you should give it back to me too. I'm the one that suffered the consequences, but unfortunately, that's how it goes. Michael, last year you said you had a Kareem Hunt 1/1 and Rookies and Stars, but the breaker missed it. You barely noticed it when opening the mail and it almost went into the base cards. Yeah, the 1/1s, they don't, you have to look. I mean, we caught the one tonight. I think we might have had one the other night too, but they definitely, there's some products that they don't stand out in as much as they do in other products, that's for sure. But typically, if I don't catch it live, I would catch it sorting. For the Browns, numbered to 199. And hopefully I would catch a 1/1 every time, one would hope. I mean, you never know, but I would like to think that I would anyway. But it's just, they put the numbers all over the place in this. I mean, sometimes they're on the side, sometimes they're going one direction, sometimes they're going another, sometimes they're on the back. It just makes it trickier to spot. Plus, they blend in a lot with the design. It's to 35, Corey Davis. It's so much easier if they're always in the same place in a card set, because then it'll just catch your eye as it goes by. You know, you get kind of trained to look for it, I guess, is the way to say it. Marquise Hollywood Brown, numbered to 50 for the Ravens with a Stellar Rookies Chrome Prism. Yeah, how about that? DJ Moore, Carolina Panthers. And DJ has a nice little relic. I like 3-color, numbered to 25. You said your FedEx people are awful. Usually I have a pretty good FedEx guy, but this time of year, I hardly ever get my regular guy. You get all these extra people that are picking up routes or parts of routes or whatever. And, you know, they're delivering at 7 o'clock at night and 6 o'clock in the morning. It's to 75, Darnell Savage Jr., the Packers. Well, truthfully, they don't deliver at 7 o'clock in the morning, but they have delivered as late as 7 o'clock at night before, which I think is crazy. My regular guy is always here by, 2 o'clock. But around the holidays, anything goes. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, numbered to 75, it is Alejandro Villanueva. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Eagles, Part 2, a bookend. And that's our first dress for success that we've seen out of this case. Isn't that weird? It's numbered to 99. Normally we find more of those, don't we? I feel like we do. And there's another little Pat Mahomes. That one is numbered to 10. I feel like that's the second one we've seen of him numbered to 10, is it? Or was the other one higher numbered? I think the same card set, but perhaps higher numbered. So maybe these redemptions will be dressed for success or something, because it's unusual. We only had one in here, I think. Nicholas said the Steelers have gone quiet. He's afraid Juju broke the bank. Aw. Well, I hope not. I hope we'll find you something else. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. You said your delivery notification came in at 9:25 a few nights ago. I know. You just never know. And then my favorite is they just will set them on the porch and not even knock on the door or ring the doorbell or anything. So I put a sign up that said, knock on the door when you're delivering, because people steal stuff off the porch this time of year. And they still don't. They'll just drop it and run. And then today I go out. It rained all day today. I go out. They've got the packages stacked in front of my screen door to where I can't even get my door open. And then the smaller packages, they put them off to the side, not even on the porch, in the mulch off to the side, right next to the, drainage pipe from the gutter, like where all the water comes out. Downspout, whatever that's called. 175 for the Steelers. See, they're not done for the night. Deontay Johnson. I was like, are you kidding me, man? I mean, first of all, I cannot get out my door when you put them there that way. A bunch of them, too, and heavy ones. Not like ones you could just push the door and they'd push out of the way. And then you put the little ones by the downspout while water is pouring out of it. Not even in a plastic bag, mind you. Just like, nope, there goes the cardboard box. Merry Christmas, man. Ho, ho, ho. To 49, Calvin Ridley and the Falcons. Which, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I were a delivery driver for UPS or FedEx, maybe I'd be doing the same thing. I don't know. But I would like to think that I would not. Edward, you're hoping for one of those redemptions. Well, I will double that. We'll double down with you and hope we can have some luck. Tony Pollard and the Cowboys. That is numbered 275. You're looking for Murray or Haskins. All right, Murray or Haskins. We'll see if one of them maybe will be on the other side of that redemption for you. Elijah Holyfield. We haven't seen him in a while. I think he made practice squad with the Panthers, if I remember correctly. He's still with them, but practice squad maybe. To 99. Of course, that's Evander's kid. There's Kyler to 99. Another Casey Howard for the Chargers, or Hayward, I mean. And it is numbered to 50. And here come the Bears. No, the Browns. What is wrong with me tonight? I look at one card and say something else. Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb. That is numbered to 199. And they've all been Bears related. I've got the Bears on the brain. Numbered to 35, Leonard Fournette and the Jags. Oh, yours actually got delivered at 9:25 at night. Oh, wow, that is a new one. I haven't had one that late yet. I hope I don't, actually. It's Kyler Murray to 75. Because I probably wouldn't look out front again that time of night. I would think I was all done for the day. You know, and the other thing is that they will deliver things at different times. Like my UPS driver came the other day. He had an overnight package for me because I did have to pony up some overnight shipping on stuff that I knew wouldn't get here on Wednesday if I didn't. Obviously, the one with FedEx was supposed to be here and didn't make it. But anyway, so he had a bunch of other stuff for me, like a bunch of it, and big stuff that you know was taking up a lot of space in his truck. So he stops at like 9:30 in the morning, and he has this one overnight package. And I said, well, are you going to bring me the rest of my stuff? He goes, no, I'll come back later. I'm like, man, you're right here, right now, and you could just walk across the street and hand me all the rest of that stuff. And he wouldn't do it. Left. Came back like 5 hours later. How dumb is that? Oh, wow, Edward, you had people steal stuff out of your mailbox. Oh, and a couple $1,000s worth of stuff. Dang, that blows. Yeah, I can see why you got a P.O. box. Our neighborhood, we have, you know, our mailbox locks, so the Raiders to 150. And I'm trying to get my mom to do that, to put the mailbox up on her house and get one that locks to 99, the Seahawks. Because hers is down on the street level, and they always deliver her mail at weird times and stuff. It's numbered to 75, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. So I've been trying to convince her to, you know, also get one mounted on the house and one that locks. But I don't know if she's going to or not. And there comes number 4, redemption number 4. And numbered to 49 is Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Yeah, oh, I don't doubt that people are stealing stuff out of mailboxes for sure, Edward. I mean, people will steal them right off your porch. Pat Tillman to 50, Arizona Cardinals. Last year, there were some kids that were going around and following like FedEx and UPS and the post office and whatever, and stealing stuff right off of people's porches, and then, you know, running down to where one or the other of them lived, and then they rip into them and keep the stuff they like and toss the rest, I guess. Somebody caught them, obviously, but not till they'd already stolen and disposed of a lot of stuff. There's another Benny Snell for the Steelers to 175. But it's just that time of year. People, you know, get crazy, I guess. Well, technically, I guess they don't get crazy. They would probably, like, gladly steal stuff off your porch any day of the year. It's just easier for them to do it because people get more stuff this time of year. Justice Hill and the Baltimore Ravens, numbered to 25. We are closing in on the end of this here. That's also to 99 for the Browns. And we have some redemptions to check out. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to flip over these redemptions here in a hot second. We'll see who is on the other side, then head over to the Panini website where we will verify the teams and find out what, if anything, they are numbered to. After we do all of that, we're going to recap our little stack of hits there. So there you go. That'll be fun, right? Yeah. We like recapping. Recapping is good. But first, we've got to hope here that something is awesome on the other side of this. Noah Fant, Dress for Success. See? That's one reason we found less in there, because it's a redemption. And if these are all Noah Fant for the Broncos, I'm going to be so unhappy. I hate when they do multiples. The next one is not good. It's Deebo Samuel, but it is also a Dress for Success. So, yeah, we totally called that. I knew we were short on those. Next round is AJ Hollywood Brown, Dress for Success. Oh, no, not Marquise Brown. AJ Brown's not Hollywood Brown. He's just AJ, and he's a Titan. He's not Marquise. And last is another AJ Brown, Rookie Longevity Signatures Orange. So, in fact, we had a pair that are the same, but the rest are not. So, it could have been worse, right? Could have been worse. All right, let's head ourselves over here to this little website and check this out. Oh, Edward, you said the landscapers were watching it and they didn't even stop them from stealing it? Dang. Well, I had that happen to me several years ago. I had some packages on my front porch that I myself put out there, and I was pulling the car out to load the packages in to take them somewhere, and I ran back inside to grab something. I mean, I was inside for 2 minutes, and it was on my own front porch. And somebody pulled up in a truck that I guess had been watching me do that, threw all of my stuff into their truck and drove off. And my neighbor across the street watched them do it. Didn't say a word to them, just let them do it. And then didn't even tell me until I went over there and like knocked on the door and was asking everybody, like, did you see anything? Oh, yeah, I saw this guy in the truck. I saw him stop and watch you. And as soon as you went in the house, he pulled up and took all your stuff. I was like, well, thank you so much for stopping him. I mean, what the heck? Anyway, all right, so Dress for Success, card number 1, AJ Brown, the Titans, is numbered to 99. Then we're still in Dress for Success. We're at card number 11, which is Deebo Samuel, 49ers, also to 99. Still in Dress for Success, card number 33 is Noah Fant, and Noah is the Broncos to 99. And then we've got to change card sets to check our other A.J. Brown that goes to the Titans. That is Rookie Longevity Signature Orange. All right. Rookie Longevity Signature Orange. Where are we, man? There. Card number 140, the big 140. Tennessee Titans number 260 on that one. All right. I got it all labeled up. Let's bring you back here to me and do a little recapping. Nicholas, you are welcome for the break. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad I got to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. And Merry Christmas to you as well. And let's recap. The Broncos to 99, Noah Fant. The 49ers, Deebo Samuel to 99. The Titans and A.J. Brown to 99. The Titans and A.J. Brown to 60. Got big stacks of relics. Steelers, Browns, Bears, Lions, Browns, Cardinals, Seahawks. And this is obviously not a relic, but this is our handsome little 1 of 1 right here. And that is the Rams and Kurt Warner. You see it up there in that upper left-hand corner, that pretty little 1 of 1. We like that. Patriots and Panthers and Bears and Patriots, Ravens and Patriots. Raiders, Steelers, Panthers, Vikings, Raiders. Steelers, Redskins, Bears, Rams, Broncos, Steelers, Jags, Boys, and Bengals. Little stack of signatures. Justice Hill, Ravens. Elijah Holyfield, Carolina Panthers. Dallas Cowboys and Tony Pollard. The Dress for Success for the Eagles with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Green Bay Packers, Darnell Savage Jr. Seahawks and Marquise Blair. Daniel Jones for the Giants. Ziminis, that's coming out for the Giants. Nice little Nick Bosa here for the 49ers. Preston Williams is the Dolphins. There are the boys again, another Tony Pollard. The Cardinals with Andy Isabella. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside Eagles. Cowboys and Tristan Hill. The Falcons with Marcus Green. I forgot we hit that. Juju Smith-Schuster, Pittsburgh Steelers. There's Ziminis again for the Giants. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Jamel Dean. Here's my favorite of the night. Well, you know it would be because that is sweet. A little Drew Brees, baby. Drew Brees for the New Orleans Saints, numbered to 7. It's also the last in the series. It's number 7 of 7. You know that gives me a special little thrill for no apparent reason. For the Falcons, Quadre Allison. The Kansas City Chiefs with Mecole Hardman Jr. The Lions and Jelani Tavai, something close to that, hopefully. Brian Burns for the Panthers and the Lions and Ty Johnson. All right, so there we have all of our breaks for tonight. That's our recap. And now we are going to take a look at our spreadsheet information one more time. So if you missed the shipping date or the anticipated, I should say, shipping date, or you want to take a look at what's coming up in the breaks in the days ahead, all that fun stuff is coming your way right now. So, Flawless and Rookies and Stars, both our paid shipping breaks tonight, should be out the door and on the way to you roughly Tuesday. If I can get it sent sooner than that, I will. If something goes off the rails and slows my week down, could always go a day later. But as it stands right now, I expect and hope it will be Tuesday. If you got skunked, meaning you did not hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, in any of these breaks tonight, which really would be Flawless in this case, and it was a paid shipping break, you can expect your consolation card or cards to ship out when the rest of the break goes. For our free shipping break tonight, if you got skunked in that and your team did not pull one of the helmets, your consolation card would typically be held until your next package ships, just because it is a free shipping break. But if you want it sent sooner, you need only to send me a message on eBay and let me know, and I will happily take care of it for you. If you did hit a helmet tonight, you can expect it to ship to you no later than a week from today. Free shipping stuff is always projected out that way. It often goes sooner. Sometimes it goes a lot sooner, but it will not be any later than next Friday, which, is Friday the 13th in December. That's just bad, isn't it? It's just bad luck all the way around. Here's what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to break Bowman Draft Jumbo Baseball again. It's the back half of the case that we started on release night, Wednesday night. Sunday, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to break a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys and a half case of Prism basketball, which is the back half of the case we started Wednesday. Monday night, Elite Extra Edition Baseball. You got it. It's the back half of the case we started this week. In Elite Extra Edition, there are 2 additional bidding spots beyond the teams. There is one for all Team USA cards, and there's another one for all unsigned international players. Tuesday night, we'll start 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open Obsidian football and Absolute basketball, both by the full case. And Wednesday night will be an off night. All right, so Mark says he's not a fan of the autographs in Rookies and Stars. Well, I mean, it's all relative, right? I mean, the higher end products are gonna sometimes have better autographs, but there are also times that they don't. I mean, I've opened plenty of really expensive products without pulling a Drew Brees, So it's all kind of relative, I guess. It's risk versus reward. You don't have to spend as much to get into breaks like this for Rookies and Stars and kind of mid-level products as you do to, say, getting a Flawless or a National Treasures break. And correspondingly, cards are worth a little less. But I think it all, kind of comes out in the wash. And Edward, I'm sorry, man. It doesn't sound like we did well for you tonight. So I'm sorry we didn't hit more for you. Because when you write terrible, I know that means you really didn't hit much. And I'm sorry, man. Jay Allen, you had a good night. 5 autographs and 2 relics. All right, my friend. At least we did right by somebody anyway. All right, I am out of here for tonight. I will be back at it tomorrow night. If I don't see you again then, hopefully I will see you again sometime soon. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you the next time. Bye.